Hi, everybody. It's DocTalk. We're at the end of April, and I'm in a unique position today. Forgive those of you who aren't in the fire EMS industry, but today we're in Indianapolis, Indiana, at the site of the FDIC this year. It's an incredible week. We're just getting started. The opportunities to think about the future of the fire service are right behind me, with everything that is associated with this conference and the people that are in this industry and all serve so well. So here we are, it's April. We are making it through the winter in almost all areas of the country. That's an accomplishment. We're looking forward to warmer weather. I hope all of you like allergies because they have blossomed this week across every area that I have been in. From the desert Southwest, where I was last week, and all the people just sneezing and their eyes running. And it's like, it's the desert. Well, that doesn't count. There's still allergens here. And those individuals, getting ready for the 100-degree temperatures. The rest of the country, we are having some extremes of weather. I live near Fort Lauderdale, Florida, 2 feet of snow within about 8 hours, and it flooded the area. So we've had a really dry winter in Florida, but the people that work there were doing brush firefighting, and then abruptly there's 2 feet of snow in the metropolitan areas, floods the roads, floods the airport, takes all the services out, impacted that entire part of the state because it really took out a core of where we get our gasoline from, all of our other refined products, you name it. The nature of our service is all hazards. And what we will see over the next 5 days is the extension of all of those roles that we serve in the community. When you think about all hazards, it's not about all the tools, the products, the vehicles, et cetera. It's about the people. And the people in this industry get to think ahead when they're here. They get to look at vast exhibit areas and think about how they can apply many of the products that are available there to look at, and how they make a difference in their community. There are 2 facets to move ahead: physical products and then software and the technology that moves us to serve communities in the ways that can do. And I think this week that will be the most impressive part of the exhibit area, of the discussion topics I'm talking here. And much what I am talking about is applying digital technologies to improve services across many of the all hazards risks that our community faces and therefore that we face. We're going to talk about the application of those products to predict areas of trouble, to look at patterns within our community of things that are occurring. Thank goodness we're not talking much about COVID or infectious diseases. Some of you are still dealing with remnant COVID and a new variant that is quite infectious, but has proven no more serious. I work with Georgia, and the state of Georgia now is reporting the lowest numbers of hospitalized patients since the beginning of the pandemic. I live in Florida, and hearing the Florida reports, we're at a similar state. We're moving through the hospitals without masks. There's no infectious disease warnings in the emergency department or in the inpatient units, and that is a fabulous place to be after 3 years. The technology, though, that we set up has to be prepared for the next outbreak of any of the healthcare things that will affect us. I anticipate a lot more alerting systems that we use on ourselves as the members and warn us of hazards we may not be aware of. I know we're going to see products in there that alert us to the presence of carbon monoxide, to the presence of radioactive materials, which unfortunately in our preparedness, we have to be prepared for a radioactive or nuclear event. It will warn us of chemicals if we're in a chemical risk environment. It potentially will warn us of explosives, LELs for hydrocarbon gases, et cetera. And then moving forward, if we're moving into an area where there could be other risks we're not even thinking of at the time, it will warn us about that and then tag us to whoever's in command at the incident or tag us back to a monitoring system that's looking for all of our personnel working in an area. And we'll say, you're moving into an environment that presents a danger to you, time to back out. We are looking at more technologies that link us to law enforcement. How about that? So that when law enforcement knows something is going on, or when some of their personnel arrive ahead of us, that they automatically can communicate back to us and warn us of, potential hazards of any kind. And believe it or not, these are things like you're moving into a flooded area. So they've been doing tests on communication that would immediately go from, let's say, a patrolman who's moving into an area and it's all flooded. And we may not be aware of that because 2 feet of rain is falling within a couple of hours, and allow us to exchange information within the public safety services. And then how about this? We have the ability to follow you through your career. And as we were just discussing in the crowd here, our duty is to produce healthy retirees. How about that as a goal for the department that you work with, for the union that you work with, for the services that you work with, and for the region that you work with, and applying what we know are risks to people over their careers. And those vary over the years. And one of the things I talk about in the fire service is the risks when you're in your 20s, in your 30s, and your 40s, 50s. And many of you are going to be in this industry until you're in your 60s, and how the risks evolve over those times, and particularly risks that may be appropriate for you in the region that you're working with. So we'll think ahead. We'll see really cool new tools as well. And I can't understate what our partners, that's what they are, the industry partners who are taking the COVID times and advancing the technologies that serve us, delivering water, improving our safety on the roads, new medical tools that we can carry in to care for each other or care for the community, detector systems, and all of those kind of product advancements that we need in our very dangerous industry. I hope all of you who are here take advantage of everything that's available in our exhibit areas and all of the great educational people. And I can't talk enough about the faculty that serve in these meetings and are willing to share a lot in their life and career with us. We all need to learn from each other. And the best way to do that is to be together in meetings and share that time. So DocTalk, end of April. Enjoy moving into vacation season, and we'll talk next month. Thanks.